Okay, so we're back. Everything is cut out. We have the front cover and we have 5 internal sheets that fold into multiple pages. So we're going to set those aside, and I've started creasing the cover. You can see black lines on the creases. So when it comes out, it's not going to be equal right here, and that's okay because when you end up bending it, it lines up. So we're just going to start gluing this whole thing together. And on this, I am going to rub my fingers on the edges to get the glue all the way to the edge, because I want to make sure that it stays together. You want it to look like one piece. So I'm gonna get a little messy there. Okay. That's all there. Okay, so we're just going to start pressing it on and bending it. Glue off my fingers. Alright. So this glue does dry pretty quick. So just sit there and kind of give it a good rub while it's drying. Let everything set up and make sure everything's in place to get you such a cute little cover. I just love this. I absolutely love this. So we're going to set that aside, let it finish drying, and we're going to ahead and crease all of our pages. Nothing exciting, just creasing. Here we go. All right, so easy enough. Okay, so the pages, when you print them, they do have the page numbers on there, but once you cut them out, they don't. So you can put a name or put a number on the inside if you would like, but you can also figure it out because the last page, page number 5, does not have a tab, and then page 1 does not have a tab at the beginning. This one has a top tab, so we're looking for a top tab, and this one has a top tab. This one has a middle tab, so we are going to go with this one because that one goes in the middle, and then that one goes the bottom, top, and top. So we are going to glue these together like so. Actually, first, let's go ahead and make sure our creases are good, nice and straight. It's easier to do before it's glued. Make sure all these are good. Now I used, I believe this is 80-pound cardstock on these. You can use a heavier cardstock, which I believe the first book I used, I think, for this book, I believe I used 110. And I wanted to try it with something a little less heavy and see how it went. So I guess we'll see through this which one is better. But you are gluing 2 pieces together, so it gets pretty bulky pretty quick. Okay, so everything is all together. So we're going to take the first one and find the second one, which is going to be this one. And we're going to glue these together. Now, keep in mind that this is art and not a science. So sometimes they're going to add up or line up perfectly, and sometimes they're not. And it's not the end of the world. We can shave it a bit, or just ink right over it. Don't let that stress you if it doesn't line up perfectly. Sometimes printers pull a little crooked or what have you, and it's nothing to stress about. So we're going to put these together, make them line up as best we can. And that is it. Give it a couple squishes to make sure it's together. And then we're going to find the next one, which is in the middle. So we're going to go with this one. And same thing. Might need to fill my glue up. Alright, I am going to take my finger across it to make sure the edges get it okay. Alright. So here is this one, lining up nicely. Alrighty. Okay. Then we're going with the next sheet, which is going to be one at the bottom. We're going to same thing. And rub some to the edges. I'm just folding it each side like this to take a look at it. You want to see if it kind of lines up here. If it's a little bit off, it's not so bad, but you want to make sure that it lines up so it's pretty consistent. And for our last one, this top, and this doesn't have a tab, so that shows you that it's the last page. So if you forget to mark them, it's not the end of the world. Just use a little bit of common sense and put together a puzzle. Not a big deal. And these together. And we have, for some reason, it's not lining up beautifully, but that's okay. That's a perfect example of what I was saying. We will let it dry for just a second, and then we will clean it up. No big deal. Alright. So I'm just going to snip it out. So, and honestly, I could just put some ink on the edges and cover most of that up, but just showing you it's not the end of the world and it's pretty easy. Okay, so now we have all of the tabs together. What we're going to do is, you can put decorations on right now if you want to, or you can decorate it afterwards, but I'm just going to show you the whole process through. We're going to take not the first page, but these two pages, and glue them together. So all the pages in between, we're just gonna glue them together. You start seeing the tabs coming together and all the pages. I just love this. Love it, love it, love it. So cute. Glue boogers. Okay, so this is where you want to kind of make sure that everything is just kind of lining up, and if it's getting too far off, just kind of give it a push and let all the glue, you know, if it's not too dry, let it get stacked back up. But as long as it's not too bad, it's not too bad. Alright. Okay. Make sure my pages aren't stuck together, and okay. So there are all of the pages put together, like so. And a couple of them are a little uneven. So, make sure we're not glued together. Okay. Beautiful. So now we're going to, before we put it all the way together, let's go ahead and ink everything we want to ink, which you can do it beforehand. I have a new dauber, so. And looks like I need some more ink. Let's see. Just love that. I'm going to put a little bit on the edges to make them blend a little more and look a little older. I just love that. I love that so much. Okay, so there's that. I'm going to just take it through the pages real quick. Okay, well, that's as good as we're going to get right now. I need some more ink. I have some waiting for me at Joann's, but it is in the middle of a cold snap right now, and I just haven't been able to bring myself to get out there. So, I'll do the inside of this real quick too. Done for now. Okay, so at this point you can either decorate it as is, or you can go ahead and glue this into your book, like so. I think I'm going to go ahead and decorate it before I put it in the book. And I can tell, I know I'll be putting ephemera in there, but I can tell right now, using the thinner stuff, the cardstock was thinner, it doesn't feel as significant. This one is definitely heftier. So, okay. We do have lots of ephemera. we have a couple things that we need to crease. Let's see. This needs to crease. Okay. So we're going to move that aside. And get out our little creaser. And I'm definitely going to use the black line on these because I can't keep things straight. Again, if you don't want the tabs to be on here, you can pull them off or cut them off and just not use them. Some people prefer not to use them because they do add bulk, but they also allow you to put a few more things in the pocket. So completely your choice, but they can also be snipped right off if you prefer it that way. So let's go ahead and fold all of our creases. So while we're at this, we'll go ahead and glue this little envelope together. Okay. Make sure it's not sticking. Alrighty. And fold the top. How cute. Okay, so now we're going to, of course, ink, if we can, with what we have left, all the little pieces, and you don't have to, but I like to, just so it looks a little more finished, and it's super cute. I just love the way it looks. And honestly, when I'm inking, it seems very therapeutic. Not so much when I'm recording and I'm trying to go fast, but when I'm just creating for myself, it's just very therapeutic. You know, it's, I don't know, there's something about inking, just very relaxing. These tiny pieces are adorable. Cut this just because I don't want it showing at all. I don't know if you cut your own pieces or you use a cutter, but you know, if your cutter happens to leave a little white spot or a little line on them. Mine, for some reason, it always does. Just a little bitty white line. A little ink covers that right up. Ink it away. And this is the first time for me making this one, so I have ideas going through my head and trying to figure out how I would like to decorate this journal. So this will be a first for both of us. I probably should have inked this one before I folded it, before I glued it, but that's all right. I'll just do that. There we go. Okay. We have all our little parts. I have such a great time creating all these little pieces for you guys. For some reason, little things just seem so special. Not that big things aren't special, but these are just so sweet. Now, when I'm creating these, I always debate on if I should put words on them or if I should leave them blank so you can write whatever you want or put stickers on them to say what you want. So, how do you guys feel about that? Would you prefer these not have words on them, or do you like them like that? You know, I always think, you know, if you're going to give this a gift to somebody and you don't want it to say love, is that worse than including love? Or maybe it's just convenient and you want it to say love. All done. Okay. So, let's go ahead and grab our book and make sure we have it face up. Okay. So, let's see. I'm going to do one on the front. Now this will be on the inside of the cover, so it will have lots of support, so I can put something that's kind of heavy there. So I might put this right here. Like so. Do have this one. I want to split up some of the decorations. I don't want them all to be in the front, but oh, I creased that a little too large as well. Okay, so I'm going to just trim some of this up so it doesn't overlap so much. There we go. And make sure that's all there nice and Alright, very good. Okay, so I don't want to cover that up. That might be a cute place for it. That's just too pretty to cover. I think I like that. Put that there. Okay. So I'm not going to put it right next to the crease because I don't want it to bulk up in that area and make it harder to close. So I'm just going to give it a little bit of space. No rhyme or reason, just a little bit of space. Okay. Yeah. They're so pretty, I don't even want to cover them up. Let's see. You know what? This would actually be kind of cute on here. I don't know if I want to do that or not. Or something like this. I don't know. So many things to play with. Okay, so let's go ahead and find a place for this. Let's see. Don't want it next to that. I think that's perfect. Yes. Okay. Smear that around just a little bit. Okay. Perfect. I think it's beautiful. Okay. Now we have this one and this one to go. Oh, Darla's in there doing a little dance, it sounds like. Maybe here, I think. It's really amazing how fast these little things come together. They're so simple. It's so much fun. Okay. And one more. Let's put it. I think it looks good there. And we'll go with it. I could seriously spend all day trying to figure out where I wanted them. That is just not productive, especially when you're trying to record a video. Okay. Okay. So as far as size, it's bulking up, but it's still not as big as the other one. So not a good thing, not a bad thing, just a thing. Okay. So I did have I think maybe this little letter. I'm going to put that in there. Over, but that's okay. We just recrease the top. And in the other book, I actually made a little lace pocket to hold the other one, the smaller envelope. So I don't know if I want to do the same or if I just want to kind of shove this maybe in there after I put that on there. I don't know. But gotta get that a little bit more ink right there. Okay. Because that looks a little plain. I think it needs something. Maybe. Oh, that's kind of cute. I might do that. I try to put enough options in these kits that if you made it 10 times, it would look different each time. There we go. That's cute. Okay, I like that. Okay, we'll let that sit. And, okay, so we have this pocket here. Let's go ahead. We have 2 little toppers. So I'm going to add those to something. I think the pink one. I'm just going to crease this with my fingers and there we go. Okay. I think this is going to go on here because that's super cute. So we're going to just put some glue. Front and back. And let's see. About like that. Okay. We have one more. What do we want to put this on? Let's crease that like that. And throw some glue on there. And if you don't like tabs, these little toppies, you absolutely don't have to use them. It's just there if you want to. So I'm going to slide that on like that. Okay, let that dry just a little bit. And this one. Okay, so now we have a couple words to add to whatever we want. So let's see. I think the pink band definitely needs a little something. So let's see. Do we want to do it that way? Let's see if I did the other one. Either that one or roses. I think this one. Okay. Alright. Oh, goodness. Scared myself. Super cute. And you can always take this a step further and add fabric around these or, you know, whatever. But I'm just trying to help anybody that needs basic instructions make a basic book right now. So let's see. Where do we want? I think I'm going to put this in here. I like that. Okay. Make sure that glue wasn't sticking to it. Okay. So it's thick, but that's why I have those tabs on there, so it can hold such a big piece. And that works just fine. All right. What else do we have? Okay. We have this little guy. pink roses. Okay. And I think I'm going to do it just kind of crooked that way. Okay, so there's that. Okay, why don't we make a little tuck out of this one? Maybe. I do like that, actually. Okay, so I'm just going to put glue on half of this, like so. Oop. And then I'm going to hold it right there. This is perfect for little things like this. Make sure it's dry. Just a little tuck to hold little things in like that. I don't want to push it and put it in the glue, so we'll wait for that. Okay, so there's that. So we can go ahead and put some of the ephemera in there. Maybe this little guy. That's going to go in there. Put that in there. Sometimes you have to get this going like so. There we go. Okay, let's see if that's dry. Alright, so we're going to shove this one in here and let that be a holder. We still have a lot of pages that we can do a whole lot of stuff with. Let's see, I'm going to go ahead and shove this little one in here for now. Again, like with my other one, let's see, I would probably make something cute like this for it. But for now, we're just going to put it in here. And we have one ticket. We're just going to add this ticket right here. So for now, that's all good. Okay, so now we have to put it in the book. And that's not too bad. I think... I like the feel of this one better, just because it is a little more significant, but it is a little more difficult to turn the pages, so yeah, it'd be something for you to play with, decide which one you like. So for these, we are going to put some glue on the front and the back blank pages. And I'm going to run this to the edge with my finger. Make sure it sticks all the way. Okay. I'm going to put it all the way down to the bottom. And then now, the front page is not going to go to the edge, and it's not supposed to. That is fine. There's going to be a little bit of the background showing on the front and the back. That's the way it's supposed to be, and that's why it's pretty. So don't worry about that. It's supposed to slide all the way down so it sits on the bottom. And originally I glued some of this, but it got very difficult to deal with. So I am not going to glue that one down anymore. Okay, let me get the other side, and then I'm going to put something in there to take up a little space so it puts some pressure. Let's glue all this down. Again, rubbing all the glue to the edges so it doesn't come up at all. Okay, so there's that. I'm going to grab, which can I grab? I'll grab this. So this will help put some pressure on the back so I can seal the pages to the very back of the book too. That's perfect. Okay. It does have quite a bit of glue on it, so we're going to give it a few minutes to sit before we go and try to open the pages. Okay, so this is what I was talking about, that the page won't come to the edge, and it's not supposed to, so that's okay. Just like that. Perfectly okay. Okay, so we're going to give this just a while to dry, and I will be back to show you how it looks when it's all dried up. Okay, so I added a few little pretty things to it, and I'm going to call it good for now. And that is it. So I hope you enjoyed, and if you have any questions, just let me know. Other than that, happy creating, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.